Man, oh man, what a Super Bowl that was. I mean, you can't get much better than that. Obviously, outside of that call at the end. But you can't get much better than that. Super Bowl 57 will be one to remember. Two great teams going at it. The Chiefs win 38-35. And man, what a comeback for the Chiefs. Down 10 at the half. A hurt QB, Patrick Mahomes, with a hurt ankle. And he comes with a game-winning drive. Obviously, the call made a big part of that, but he had that team rolling. And they could have scored a touchdown if they wanted to. I mean, that just shows how dominant they were. He had that team rolling. And now he has led the Chiefs to be the second team in NFL Super Bowl history to win a game down 10 at the half. It's 2-26 now. Obviously, the Patriots did it against the Falcons. Very hurtful time for the Atlanta Falcons, so we won't talk about that too much. But now they're the second team to do it. Even though Jalen Hurts was spectacular, breaking records, doing everything he could for that offense, Mahomes was the star of the show again. And that's because he led his guys to 4 consecutive scoring drives in the second half. That was the big part of the game. In that first half, it was like, man, the Eagles could really run away with this thing. Like if Jalen Hurts didn't fumble that ball, which is very uncharacteristic from him. It's very uncharacteristic for him to turn the ball over. If he didn't do that, it would have been like a 2-touchdown lead in that first half. 2 or 3 touchdown lead in that first half. I mean, they controlled the clock, the Eagles. They controlled this game. But the Kansas City Chiefs got Patrick Mahomes, man. They got Patrick Mahomes, some great defensive linemen, Travis Kelce, and that was a deciding factor. Both teams came out here with their strengths, so it was very fun. The Eagles scored on the opening drive, as they've done for many, many of the games this year. And the QB sneak was like unstoppable once again. You can't stop them when they get there. Jalen Hurts is just too strong, man. He's perfected that. The Eagles have perfected that. It's a great, great deal for them. And on the other side, the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, as we talked about, were great as well. Unstoppable. But there were some uncharacteristic things. I want to talk about the fumble a little bit more from Jalen Hurts because now with a 3-point win, that's such a big fumble now. And it's like when it happened, I was shocked. I was like, okay, that's different. He never does that. And it wasn't like a defender hit the ball out of his hand. He just kind of just transferring over to the other hand, it came out of there. And that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because it turned out to be such a big deal. Obviously, it's a Super Bowl, so it's going to be a big deal. But that's unfortunate for him because he played such a great game. I mean, Hurts was 27-38 for 301 yards, 1 passing touchdown, 15 rushing yards, 15 carries, 70 rushing yards, and three rushing touchdowns. One of the best performances we've seen from a quarterback in the Super Bowl. But that one mistake is what cost him pretty much a Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP. And his defense not really holding up for him in that second half. That's the biggest thing, man. There's so many big things. I'm saying everything's the biggest thing, but there's so many big things that happen in this. So many different things that alter the game drastically that we can't forget to look at. Like the punt return. I think that was the longest punt return in Super Bowl history. The Chiefs almost scored on that play. That gave them really good field position. They ran these back-to-back plays where they do like this kind of like going back and forth route. They're just wide open. They just flipped the side of the fields. Why wasn't that adjusted for the Eagles? Why wasn't that adjusted at half? I mean, not at halftime, but after the next drive. That shouldn't have happened the second time. These are the best guys in the world at this, man. That shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened. But I guess it's what happens when you have Patrick Mahomes on the other side, man. I mean, he's just too good. He's just too good. First player now in NFL history to win multiple championships and multiple MVPs in his first 6 seasons, according to ESPN Stats and Info. You know, they always got those very specific stats. We got to point that out. A big game for him. And I got to say, man, I'll come out and say it. I doubted the Chiefs before this season started, man. I thought when they gave up, Tyreek Hill and traded him away, I thought this offense would look a lot different. And they shocked me. I think they shocked a lot of people to come out and be even better this season. And in the playoffs with Patrick Mahomes and a hurt ankle for most of the time. Man, that shocked me. That's just good, man. That's just good. I can't wait to see what happens next, man. What's going to happen next with these two teams? The Eagles, man, they're right there. They don't need to change much. They're right there. One mistake here or there, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game. They're very close. They're very close. Man, what a game. Don't remember that forever. What a game.
You're listening to the Rip Jersey Podcast